Alrighty, we are live. Your New York Knicks beat the Toronto Raptors by a final score of 116-94. Appreciate every single one of you tuning in tonight for another Knicks Nation post-game show. What's going on, Knicks fans? Wow, what a game for the New York Knicks. What an all-around team effort from this team. And this game was fun. This game was extremely fun to watch, and this game was, back and forth. Knicks go up big in the first half. Second quarter, Raptors come back. Emmanuel quickly has that hot second quarter. Then, Raptors cut it all the way to, I believe, 3. Then they just couldn't get over the hump, and then ultimately, in that third quarter especially, the New York Knicks just pulled away, and then in the fourth quarter, they just put their stamp on what is a tremendous victory. Honestly, this is now their fourth straight win, and they are 10-1 in Madison Square Garden. Let's get a DJ air horn for that. They are 10-1 in Madison Square Garden. Taking care of business at home. I love it. Madison Square Garden is becoming a tough place to play now. And when you've played 11 games and you've only lost one of them, hey, now, let's go. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Isaiah Disrover. What's going on, everybody? Let me get this chat up here. Hold on. I see you on the YouTube chat, but I can't see you on my screen. There we go. TA, what's going on? Go New York, go New York, go. Isaiah says, let's go. Just Rover, what's going on? Appreciate you guys in the chat. Rock with me, Joel. What's going on, Joel? So, what a victory and what a game for the guys. Like, what a game for Mikal. His stocks have been absolutely incredible. What a game for Josh Hart. Josh Hart has been absolutely insane for this basketball team lately. And, he's been playing like an all-star. Josh Hart, especially in that third quarter where he erupted in the third quarter and he made 2 threes for the club and a mid-range led to the Raptors calling a timeout. Josh Hart has been incredible for this basketball team. And how about this start this game? Right, the Knicks were shooting lights out in the first quarter, led by Deuce McBride. I believe they made 5 out of their first 7 threes or 6 out of their first 8 threes. Either or, McBride opened up this game extremely hot. He could not miss, and McBride lately has been incredible shooting the ball after his little cold spell for a couple of games. So you see Deuce McBride, 14 points, 4 of 8 from 3. Incredible. Incredible start to this game. Like I said, the Knicks shot the hell out of the basketball tonight. Raptors are on a second leg of a back-to-back, and but they cut the lead back. They climbed all the way back, and then the Knicks just regained control over the basketball game. But I thought this was a really good game from Karl-Anthony Towns as well. Picking his spots, physical. Yes, the 4 turnovers. But I like the way he played in tonight's game. Mikal has just been awesome for this basketball team defensively. How many stocks did he have tonight? 4 stocks tonight. And somebody tweeted the last 5 games from Mikal, I think he's above 4 or 5 stocks a game. In case you don't know what a stock is a steal and a block combined. That's why they call it a stock. So 2 steals tonight, 2 blocks. Really good defensive plays on Brandon Ingram tonight. Brandon Ingram only 14 points, 4 of 11. Mikal Bridges had him in clamps. Shout out to Mikal. Love the emotion from Mikal Bridges as well. The steal and the one-handed LeBron dunk on the fast break. Then he does the nosebleed celly, and then he's like screaming to the crowd. I love the emotion that we're seeing from Mikal Bridges. We're seeing, quite frankly, a different side of him. Because last year we didn't really, we saw some emotion, the dancing and stuff, but on the court, you're seeing him just be way more engaged. And right now, he's the Knicks' best defender right now. And he is playing like an all first team defensive player. He's playing like a defensive player of the year, quite frankly. Like, I hope people around the league, the media, are taking notice of his defensive play as of late and throughout the whole season. And with OG Anunoby down, Mikal has just picked up, the slack that OG left, and he's been absolutely incredible. 6 to 10 from the field, 3 assists, 5 fouls, got into foul trouble. 33 minutes, 14 points from Mikal. A plus performance from Mikal, I thought. And Jalen Brunson, 18 points. Kind of an efficient night, 6 of 19. But I love the 7 assists. I love the 6 boards, right? 2 offensive. Hey, now. But Josh Hart's just been playing well. Off of the Knicks bench, Yabusele. We knew he'll come around, ladies and gentlemen. We knew Gershon would come around, ladies and gentlemen. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 defensive rebounds, no offensive rebounds. Plus minus plus 6 in 10 minutes. Easily Gershon Yabusele's best game as a New York Knick. And most of that production came in the first half. Mike Brown didn't go to him until like the fourth quarter. Right? Easily Yabusele's best game as a New York Knick. And I love to witness it. I love to see it because this is a confidence booster for him. And he's been trending upwards. Like, he has been trending upwards. It's a long season. It still is super early. But he has been trending upwards for this team. If you look at all the analytics, behind the scene numbers for Gershon, all the lineups love him out there on the court with the guys. And tonight you saw the production to go along with that. So shout out to Gershon Yabusele. Best game as a Knick, and hopefully he can build off of this. And how about Big Mitch? Ladies and gentlemen, I have no words for Big Mitch. Gobbling up every single rebound out there. 17 minutes, 15 boards, 7 offensive boards from Mitchell Robinson. And to start the fourth quarter especially, he was dominant. Great minutes from Mitchell Robinson to start the fourth quarter. And those starts of the fourth quarter are big. They're huge because they're a tone setter. Because Raptors were kind of like hanging around. And then to start the fourth quarter, Mitchell Robinson was dominating. Because to end the third quarter, Knicks were kind of like they were kind of like wavering a little bit. Clarkson had a couple of bad plays, bad turnover, bad shot selection for Clarkson, but missed mid-range jumper for Clarkson. But I thought to start that fourth quarter, Mitchell Robinson was incredible. And you look at the offensive rebounding numbers for this team as a whole, 61 rebounds, right? 25 offensive rebounds for the Knicks, most since 2019. The most offensive rebounds since 2019 for the New York Knicks. Hey, Emmanuel quickly went off in that third quarter, and I thought I was like, uh-oh, here we go again. But, man, what a game. And the New York Knicks are quite frankly rolling, ladies and gentlemen. They're rolling here. That's 4 straight. 13-6 record. Let's go. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Make sure you come join us here in the chat. Today is the last day where you can get the Knicks Nation hats on sale. Super sale. $19.99 on the Knicks Nation website. Really would appreciate the support. Black Friday weekend for the Knicks Nation hats. Make sure you hop on the website and check out some Knicks Nation gear. $19.99 for these hats. Isaiah. What's going on, Isaiah? Cat had such an odd game, man. Went from such a bad start to being the leading scorer. Yeah, it was one of those games for Cat, right? But like I kind of liked it because, he's been kind of like in a funk. I know versus the Bucks, he was in a funk. I didn't do a post game. He was in a funk offensively, and he had that big steal at the end. And he goes through these lulls, right? He goes through these where he dominates, and then he takes a step back. But I like tonight especially because he wasn't really the focal point of tonight, but he was still able to find his spots. He was still able to go to the free throw line. He missed 2 of them, but I liked his physicality down low. And when the Toronto Raptors are missing a couple of guys, especially their center and Jakob Porto, I mean, Cat was awesome. He's still a presence out there. He's still a threat. He still needs to be respected. And he had a big and one in tonight's game. So I like the grittiness of tonight from Karl-Anthony Towns, and just more of that, right? More of that. Grilled Mouth says second quarter of doom. Yeah, that second quarter was rough. That second quarter was rough. Dis Rover says Flintstone finally dropping weight and getting more aggressive now. Love to see it. Oh, man. Gershon played well, man. Gershon played really well for this team tonight. I really want to, give him his due. He was active out there. Hits a 3 of 5 from the field, 4 rebounds. I know spectators and outsiders will look at this stat line and be like, what are you talking about? But I mean, what we have been seeing from him, this is a really good step in the right direction. And Tyler Kolek, guys, look, let me get to Tyler Kolek. Let me, take away this stat box so you can see Tyler Kolek. So Tyler Kolek, 14 minutes, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 offensive board. He had, I wrote it down here, 2 rebounds, 2 points, 2 steals, all in the first half for Tyler Kolek. And since he has entrenched himself in this rotation, and credit to Tyler Kolek, wasn't in the rotation, staying ready. We saw a little bits of this last year, right? Since he has been in the Knicks rotation, he has played really well. I thought in that first half he was active. He's been phenomenal. His defensive instincts, it's looking like he's been, watching some Mikal Bridges tape because he's reading, reacting. He's 2 steals in the first half. I mean, for Kolek, 2 steals in the first half for Tyler Kolek. Let me get my Tyler Kolek drop.
Blocked from behind by Kolek.
Defensive guru Tyler Kolek, man, 6 points. He had a pull-up 3 in the second half that I really wanted him to hit, kind of like a heat check. But great game for Tyler Kolek. And Mike Brown has spoken about it. He has done really good things for the New York Knicks since he's put him in the rotation. And I think he's going to stick in this rotation when the guys come back. I think when OG comes back, I think when Shamet comes back, Tyler Kolek is going to stick in this rotation because the Knicks need another ball handler, and he's proven lately that he can, be that ball handler that we've been missing and that playmaker that we've been missing. And defensively, he's been pretty good, right? All he needed was some playing time and some confidence, and that's what I'm seeing from Kolek is that the swagger, right? The confidence, the swagger is there. Sort of like what we're seeing from Mikal. The confidence, the swagger. And it's just good things right now that we're seeing from the New York Knicks. Yuri, what's going on in the chat? Appreciate you in the chat. Joel says McBride 3 is such a beauty. Got my deuce drop.
McBride 3.
Deuce. Let's go. El Figgy. What's going on, El Figgy? Appreciate you in the chat. El Figgy says Yabu's been hitting that.
Bruh.
Yabusele, great game for Yabu. I love you guys, man. You guys are hilarious. I'll let you guys do the talking for Yabu. McBride got that NBA Jam Tournament Edition shooting form from Esquire in the chats. McBride started off extremely hot in this game. Let me pull up his stats. I think he had all of his threes were in the first half, if I'm not mistaken. Right? So let me just pull up the first quarter for the New York Knicks because that's when they were lights out. First quarter, 9 of 14 from 3, 16 of 24 from the field, 3 offensive rebounds, 14 rebounds in total, 11 assists, 1 block, and 2 turnovers. 9 of 14 from 3 in that first quarter, and that set the tone. When the Raptors are coming off a back-to-back with travel, right? They just lost in Charlotte, flew to New York, probably landed super late. You had to take care of business against this Raptors team. We're shorthanded. They're shorthanded. No excuses. You're home. You have an extra day off, And that's exactly how the Knicks opened up this game. They opened up this game with a killer mentality. We're home. You're on a back-to-back. We're going to, put this game away right away. And credit to the Toronto Raptors. They made that run, right? Emmanuel quickly couldn't miss. I miss IQ, by the way. But, second quarter, let me just go to second quarter was, the little bit of the doom quarter for the New York Knicks, right? McBride, first quarter, 4 of 5 from 3. All of his threes came in the first quarter for Deuce. All of them. 14 points, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, all in that first quarter. And it's getting real quiet with the Deuce McBride haters. I don't see them. I used to see some of you guys in the chat. I know some of you guys are very down on Deuce. But when he's hitting his shots like he has been doing all year, quite frankly, players go through cold spells. Players go through cold streaks. He's been great, right? He's been phenomenal. One of the best point of the attack defenders on this team. Deuce has been great. Coach here, what's going on, Coach? What's going on, Coach? Appreciate you in the chat. Yuri says Tibbs had us believing Kola couldn't play defense. Esquire says people who say the Knicks can't draft Deuce, Mitch, and Tyler, man. Shout out to all of them. Really played well tonight. El Figgy says my man Josh has been playing with joy in his heart. Absolutely love that, El Figgy. He's been playing with joy. He's been playing free. He's been playing his brand of basketball. And lately he has, guys, he's been playing like an all-star. Like I'm not even like, okay, maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but 20 points, 35 minutes, 4-7 from 3, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, damn near almost a triple-double every night, right? He had the Giannis assignment last game, and he was, like, getting killed. Giannis was killing him, but I didn't care because Giannis kills everyone. And, like, I just love the passion. He's back. Like, he's back. He's inserted into the starting lineup. Mike Breen, during the broadcast, don't know if you guys caught this, said Mike Brown didn't really know what Josh Hart's role was on this team. Again, Mike Brown hasn't been here. Josh Hart's been here. Mike Brown's coming in here. So he puts Josh Hart on the bench. Josh Hart didn't pout, didn't sulk. Now when OG Anunoby comes back, I don't know. Mitchell Robinson has been off the bench now. So when OG Anunoby comes back, I really do think Josh Hart's going to stay in the lineup again. And I think Deuce is going to go back to the bench. Who knows? But you see that he's plays super comfortable, no matter what his role is, right? I don't want to say he plays comfortable with the starters because he was playing well with the bench early on in the season, right? It took him a couple of games, but Mike Brown was mixing and matching his rotations and putting him in certain lineups, and Josh Hart was responding really well. So he's been awesome, man. I mean, if you go to his game log, right, stats this season for the New York Knicks, I know this is a lot of stats to work with. 35% from 3 from Josh Hart. 35% from 3. So let's go. Oh, shout out to Josh. Should have put him on the thumbnail as a thumbnail. My bad, Josh. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Make sure to get them likes up, ladies and gentlemen. New York Knicks take care of business. 4 straight games. 4 straight dubs. Hey, I tweeted on the X account, at Knicks Nation, by the way. 7-game win streak starts tonight. And that was 4 games ago. 4 games down, 3 to go. Right? Tough game against Boston coming up. That's not an easy win. That's not an easy win. Well, let's be honest with ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. The Toronto Raptors, one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference, right? Everyone's been crowning the Raptors, right? The darling team, right? They were ahead of us in the standings. It's been the Raptors and the Pistons. I don't care who's out. I don't care they're on a back-to-back. No one gives us excuses. No one gives us excuses at all. When we lose a tough game to Orlando on a back-to-back, it is what it is. Suck it up. Move on. It's the NBA. You just beat one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference so far early on in the season. And they were hot. Yes, they came off an overtime loss to the Hornets. Come on, this is a great win for the Knicks. This is a great win for the Knicks. 7-3 in their last 10, 4 straight. And they're 10-1 in Madison Square Garden. 10-1 in the Garden. If you want to be a dominant team in the NBA, if you want to be a top of your conference, if you want to go far in the playoffs, you need to take care of home cooking. The New York Knicks are now second in the Eastern Conference, 13-6. They're behind the Detroit Pistons still at 16-4. But right when the season was over last week, right? Here the Knicks are second in the East, 10-1 in the Garden. And playing really good basketball with one of their best players down in OG Anunoby. One of their best players down. The Knicks have adjusted. They figured out a way. Right? They figured out a way. Love this team. Love this team. Joel says, better give the Celtics the belt. What's going on, Joel? What's going on, JC? Kolic's defense has improved significantly. Funny thing is that he started playing better after they assigned him to Westchester earlier this month. Appreciate the members in here. Shout out to every single one of you. Yes. Great observation. Tyler Kolick has been phenomenal for this team, and it's not only been his playmaking, it's been his defense, right? It's been his defense. We are noticing. We are noticing. Tyler Kolick in the first half, 2 steals in the first half, right? 2 steals. And this is going back some games now. For Tyler Kolick. This has been a trend. This has not just been, a one-off. It's been like, 5 games now, 6 games now, where defensively, for a 6-foot guard who's undersized, has been playing way more aggressive. His defensive instincts has been off the charts, and he's playing more physical too. And as a smaller guard, you need to play physical. Like, the refs aren't going to call everything. Play physical, communicate, and he's been doing everything as such, and that's led to him getting more playing time. And I don't even need him to score, but the scoring has been there. 14 solid minutes. 14 really good minutes of Tyler Kolick. Really good minutes for Tyler Kolick. That's it. That is all this club needs. 10 to 14 minutes of a ball handler who is probably one of your best passers on the entire team to come in, dictate the offense, put guys in spots, sometimes hit a layup here, sometimes hit a 3 here, and just play good defense. And that's been his MO lately. He's been solid, really good. And this is only going to continue, right? He's still super young. He's a sophomore. And we've been saying which sophomore is going to pop in their second year. Somebody's going to pop. Daddy A? Nope. Huck Porty? Nope. Hasn't been playing. Tyler Kolick has been that player to pop. Tyler Kolick. Who would have thought? A lot of people would have thought. But who would have thought? El Figure says, God bless Emmanuel quickly. Once a Nick, always a Nick. Shout out to IQ, man. Gave me a heart attack in that third quarter where he just kept going off and off and off. Castro, what's going on? Appreciate you, Castro, in the chat. Great game and W tonight, defending home court as we should. Always room for improvement. Let's go. JJ says, second place now. Let's go, Knicks. Second in the Eastern Conference, guys. Right? And we got the Boston Celtics coming up. They are a tough team at home, right? They're a tough team at home. I know they're 6-4, but it's a tough place to play, man. I know Knicks fans will be traveling to Boston, take the Amtrak down there, but you're second in the East. And you're playing some really good basketball right now. 25 offensive rebounds tonight. 9 threes in the first quarter. Lights out. Josh Hart is playing like Josh Hart, but even better. Like I feel like I'm giving him a disservice by saying he's playing like Josh Hart. He's playing better. Like he's playing really damn good. Mikal Bridges, guys. I mean, let me put this play on my screen from Mikal because he's just been phenomenal. Here it is. Defensive instincts from Mikal Bridges. Look. Against Ingram, who's been playing like one of the best forwards in the NBA. Brandon Ingram. Tomahawk, screaming to the crowd, nosebleed, Selly. Look at the emotion. Look at the emotion from Mikal. Different player this year. We got Phoenix Suns Mikal. This is a better version of Phoenix Suns Mikal. Like, this is the play. This is the defensive player that many people were expecting him when we acquired him and we saw in the playoffs, but it just wasn't consistent. Last year was inconsistent. First year. But this year, he's putting it all together. Offensively, one of the best corner three-pointer shooters in the league. Efficiency-wise, one of the best in the NBA. He plays every game. He doesn't miss a game. And in 2025, a player that doesn't miss a game, you have to put some stock into that. You have to put more value into that. I'm sorry, you do. In today's NBA, where players get hurt left and right, Mikal Bridges is out there every single night, giving it his all, defensively and offensively. He's awesome. Shout out to Mikal. My GG says, any news on Landry Shamet or OG Anunoby? We got some OG Anunoby news. What's going on, my GG? OG Anunoby is playing 3-on-3. He's doing some on-court stuff. So he is on schedule. It's been 2 weeks for OG Anunoby. Mike Brown sounded positive regarding OG Anunoby's injury. So he's healing, like he's healing great. He's healing correctly. He's playing 3-on-3, and that's awesome news. Hopefully we can get him out there in the next, I don't know, week or two. Middle of December, I think OG will be back. And, take your time. Like, I don't need to see OG Anunoby rush anything. Landry Shamet will be reevaluated in a month, but it is good to see him on the bench without a sling. So the Knicks are calling it a sprain. So it is good to see him on the bench without a sling. That is good news on that front. And, some positive injury news for the New York Knicks. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Once again, smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't us already. Al Figgy says Deuce and Josh are the X factors that has had us winning lately. Yes. McBride life is so much better with Deuce McBride hitting his threes. Right, when Deuce McBride is hitting his threes, open threes, contested threes, he can put those threes over anybody. Right? We saw him put him over Rudy Gobert earlier this year. Life is good. Life is good. Mike Brown said he didn't know McBride was that good of a shooter. And I think he's probably up to 40% from three this year. And get that, guys. McBride, 40%. OG, 39 or 40%. Mikal, 38, 39, 40% from three. Cat, this is what Cat having a down year from three. Right? So 13-6, second in the East, and we're still figuring some stuff out, getting some guys healthy. But we just beat a good Raptors team, like a really good Raptors team at home, right? And we have them again in the NBA Cup in Toronto. Will be a difficult place to play in about a little over a week. That should be fun. Winner of that game advances to Las Vegas. So I'm sure they're going to want revenge. RJ Barrett will probably be back during that game. I don't know if OG Anunoby will be back during that game. But that should be fun. But the way this Knicks team is playing right now, they can beat anybody. They can beat anybody. I saw someone in the chat said, can we finish number 1 in the East? Yeah, we can. Cleveland's wavering, right? I don't even know what to make of Cleveland. Detroit's good, guys. Like, I'll give them that. They're good. But again, you're talking to a Knicks fan who has tons of confidence in this team and who we just eliminated, the Detroit Pistons. Right? I know it's a different year. It was their first year in the playoffs in a while, but until they show me otherwise, until Cade can do something in the clutch. Cade is really good, by the way. Really good player. Top point guard in the NBA. But clutch time, I need to see some stuff. I need to see him perform in a big moment. I know we have that. I know we have that in Jalen Brunson. So 10-1 in Madison Square Garden. Best, is that the best record in the league at home? Oh no. Yeah, why does OKC have to ruin everything, man? OKC should just be in a different league. Like, bro, why do you 20-1? 20-1. Like, just they're in a different league. Like, this is OKC's league, and we're just here along for the ride. Man, oh man. JJ says to be 10-1 at home with teams always coming to MSG, giving their best shot, says a lot about the Knicks this season. Yup. Oh, Figgy says, I don't see Cat getting an all-star nod again this year. Maybe Mikal. We'll see. Cat has a lot of fans in the NBA and across the globe, so maybe he'll get in with the fan vote. Has some big years, but Mikal definitely. I think Mikal would get in as a reserve. I think the coaches will notice him, and I think he'll get in as a reserve. So, Grilled says, we unlocked this demon. Grilled says the Raptors are not good. They're good. You know, they were playing really well. I want to give them their due. They were playing really well. Poor RJ Barrett sitting courtside all sad like someone stole his bike. Oh, man. Shout out to RJ and Emmanuel quickly. I know it kind of was a shocking trade, but Shurin, have a good night, Shurin. OKC has been winning by the skin of their teeth and getting a lot of calls, just saying. Defending champs, yo. Right? Defending champs. The Knicks must make a big trade from Shurin. I don't know. Big trade, Shurin? No. Like insurance stuff? Maybe. Big trade? I don't know. I think we're kind of done with the big trades. Depending how this team looks in February at the trading deadline, I think we're kind of done with that. But Mac G says OKC's about to win the NBA Finals again. We'll see, man. We'll see. But this is a hell of a run for them. They're 20-1, 10-0 at home, 10-1 on the road. I don't believe we play them until later this year, right? If you go to the Knicks schedule, pull up the Knicks schedule. We got the Boston Celtics coming up Tuesday night on NBC. That should be a good game. Good game, man. It's not a layup. It's not a layup. Versus Charlotte on a back-to-back. So we go to Boston. Not really much travel from Boston to New York, right? Short flight, 45 minutes maybe? Come back home to Charlotte on a back-to-back. That's always tough. And you got the Utah Jazz, right? There shouldn't be... Realistically, the Knicks could win 7 in a row. They could win 3 straight. Then you got the Orlando Magic again, who the Magic have been playing really good without Paolo. And, like, they've beaten you twice, so you can't lose to the Magic 3 times. So, I want to see a win during that Magic game. I would love to see a win during that Magic game. You're home. Sunday afternoon. 12 p.m. Look at that. 12 p.m. I would love to see some revenge against Orlando Magic. Esquire says, "Why does Orlando?" Speaking of Orlando, give us fits defensively. They got the guards to stay in front of our guys, man. They got Anthony Black playing extremely well. They have the length, defensive guards. They have a few of them, and offensively, with Bane, they look good without Paulo. They're clicking right now. So both the Raptors and Pistons have had easy stretches. We are not getting out the East with Karl Anthony Towns from Sharon in the chat. A lot of people agree with you, Sharon. A lot of people do. But we'll see. Another year. So it's only the second year, Sharon. It's only the second year. We'll judge it come April. Appreciate you in the chat, though. El Figgy says the Rockets, the Suns, Portland have all almost been OKC. Yeah. I know El Figgy. I know, but they're defending NBA champs. Their team, I know they've lost Hartenstein for quite some time now. So maybe they take a hit, but they're really damn good. So Baga. What's going on, Baga? Time again all year, Brunson has ignored Cat when he is open. I don't know what that is about, but it is troubling. He passes to everyone else. I'm not really noticing that, Baga. Maybe, I'll go back and look at the tape. I don't think Brunson is out there just ignoring Cat. I don't think that's the case at all. I would have to go back and look at, some of the sets and some of the plays. We lack the defensive size to beat Orlando or Detroit from Sharon. Mitchell Robinson, great game, but one thing I have noticed, some nerdy stuff, is that teams are starting to attack him one-on-one, and he's starting to, foul a lot. Laterally, he's not that quick. I've noticed lately teams are starting to attack Mitchell Robinson one-on-one. You saw some of that tonight with IQ, so that's something to watch. But as season progresses, maybe Mitch can shed some weight a little bit. I think he'll be fine. Shmer says, I ain't worried about OKC. The playoffs hit different than the regular season. The only time we got to worry about OKC, thankfully, is in the NBA Finals. So, if we get there, cool. All right, so here's the schedule coming up. Boston, Charlotte, Utah, Orlando, Toronto, Indy. Not daunting, man. Not daunting at all. But you have some winnable games coming up here. And then the first time the New York Knicks play the Oklahoma City Thunder. God damn. March 4th. That's the first time we played the Thunder. Damn, they're next to the playoffs. 2 times in March. March 4th. On a Wednesday, and then March 29th on a Sunday on NBC. Man, we don't play OKC till March. One thing I do love, though, is there's only one 10 o'clock game left this season at the Clippers, thankfully. And that's it. Like, you got the 9 o'clock at Utah, but that's fine. 9 o'clock at Denver, that's fine. Let's go. So 13-6. Boys are playing well, man. The boys are playing well. Appreciate you guys over on X. Appreciate you guys over on YouTube. If you're on X, come join us here on YouTube. Appreciate you, though, watching on X. Knicks win 116-94. Josh Hart, 20 points, 12 rebounds. Jalen Brunson, 18 points, 7 assists. Mitchell Robinson, 17 minutes, 15 boards. The Knicks are now 13-6. Got 2 calls in the Discord. Got Iron and Yuri. Let's get them. Here we go. All right.
What's up, Knicks Nation?
Yuri.
I'm gonna mute so you can get Iron go.
Yuri, what's
Knicks
going on?
Nation, what up, man?
Oh, you're gonna let Aaron go? Aaron, what's going on, Aaron? How are you?
I'm here, man. I'm chilling, man. It was a good night, right?
Great night. Great night.
It was a great night. I mean, look, man, me and Yuri were just chopping it up, and shout out to the chat. Oh, first of all, where are my manners? Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. I hope it was wonderful. Shout out to the chat, and I think I just had my best slice of turkey today, bro. Like it was juicy. I had some stuffing. I had some cranberry sauce. Everybody stepped up. Did you see Deuce drop four threes in the first
In the
quarter?
first quarter. All in the first quarter.
I mean,
nasty.
I was on some suffering succotash at that point, and it was crazy.
Yep.
It was crazy. And another thing I'm liking is the distribution of minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
we're I hate to go negative, but you know I have to. I have to drop. Do our kids suck? Like, what happened to Hakporti? What happened
Aaron,
to
Kolek is playing really well, Aaron.
No, Kolek is holding it down.
Yeah.
Kolek is holding it down. But I have this because I look at Pacome, 6'9", good length, athletic with the jumper. Why are you not good?
Why was Kevin Knox not good, Aaron? You know, I mean, sometimes.
Why are you doing that? Why are you trying to make me sick? Like, really, bro? Really? That word is taboo. I don't even knock on the door if you feel me. Okay?
Yep. Hey, sometimes a lot of people just want to see Pacome out there, but second regime and he's not out there. So all I could say is that I don't think that he's any good, but we'll see. But shout out to Tyler Kolek. The guys, it's one thing if the Knicks aren't playing well without these guys, but without these guys even playing, but their bench has kind of figured itself out here, and Kolek has been a big part of that.
I wanted to ask you, and I was going to ask Yuri this because we were chopping it up, and the chat. Should we start to worry about Cat? Like legit. Like is this because. Look, I'm not talking about he's soft. We hear that cliche, the zesty thing and all that. Do you think, like, all the chirping when they wanted to trade him for Giannis and he's zesty and he's kind of soft, do you think that's because he's doing that wraparound damn thing all the time now, and it seems like he's trying to, change his game and not just be himself. Am I bugging or talk to me? What do you think, man?
The Milwaukee game was a kind of a rough one, and I thought to myself, like, he's been in the Milwaukee rumors for since the Giannis thing came up, and second game that he's played poorly against Milwaukee. So I don't know if that's a thing, but yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of Knicks fans don't trust him if we're facing, let's say, OKC in the finals, or let's say a Detroit Pistons team, but. At some point, I take a step back regarding Cat, and I realized that he's already proven that, especially last year in the playoffs, he had some big moments for us. So I just want to give him the time right now. I know I fall into this, like, I'm so reactionary sometimes, but I think that he'll be okay. I just think he's trying to, you heard the frustrations before the season regarding his offense, like he was confused, but I just think he's still trying to find it. But yeah, I mean, it's the other stuff that gets on our nerves, right? The wraparound offensive fouls, the foul trouble. I don't think that's ever going to change, and that's the frustrating part with Cat.
Because Little Birdie told me, Mikal gets on him a lot because of his defensive.
Yeah, I saw that.
Lapses. Look, I'm not trying to,
Hey, I'll say this: if come April, if the same thing happens, there's a conversation. Right? There's a conversation.
For real talk. Real talk.
I mean, that's the second straight year where you fall short with Cat. That's why Giannis was, rumored to come to the Knicks and Cat was involved. But we'll see. Maybe they revisit that come February. I don't know.
I want to thank you for the time. I'm going to let the OG Yuri. But happy holidays to everybody. Shout out to the chat. Go Knicks all day. Let's get it.
Let's go.
And
Shout out to
game.
Iron. Yuri. What up, Yuri?
What a game. The Knicks firing all cylinders first quarter. Second quarter, Raptors tighten up the defense, cut it to a 3-point lead. Then you hear a halftime. Then you go to halftime. The Knicks make it a 20-point game again. They never lift their foot off the gas. Josh Hart even made a post-game comment saying, like, yo, we got lazy in the second quarter. All I'm trying to say is, imagine when this team actually competes for 48 straight minutes. Like, it's 48 straight minutes. This is a team that's going to be dangerous when the time comes.
Yeah. Hey, Raptors are a good team, right? Raptors are a really good team. I don't care that they're on a back-to-back. They're on a good team. Knicks are clicking right now, and it's not that they're clicking. Josh Hart's playing like an all-star. Mikel. I mean, how about Mikel, Yuri? Playing all-star.
Mikel?
Woo.
Yo, that man has been chirping.
Right? You see him chirp a little bit, aggressive. You're seeing the emotion. Like, I love it. Show some things. If a player, if like you said, he's been chirping at Cat, like he's our leader.
Did you notice
He
how
shut
Cat's
down
starting
Brandon
to play
Ingram.
defense? Starting to play defense a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
Who, Mikel?
Oh, Cat. I'm starting to notice it a little bit.
Yeah.
Starting to notice it.
Yeah.
So it goes to wonder what goes on behind the scenes in that locker room. Listen, I'm not saying that Mikel and Cat don't get along.
Yeah.
I'm saying that we needed a leader at the time.
You don't need to get along with everybody, right?
Right. Space is the same for nobody.
Yeah. I mean, did all those Bulls teams, did they like each other?
Nope, absolutely not. And if Mikel's got to be the one to hate Cat's guts, and if it gets Cat going, I'm all for it. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Right? So, playing well, Yuri.
But yeah, no, this
playing
was
well.
a good game tonight. It's a good game tonight.
Yeah.
Good game because, like I said, first quarter, great. Second quarter, could have been better. Third and fourth quarter, we're starting to see the Knicks become a third quarter team.
Something we haven't seen in
I
years.
had a problem with Tom Thibodeau these last few years with the third quarters. I'm not going to hold you. I had to see Atlanta Hawks come back in an NBA Cup last year just because they won the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yep. Third quarter of doom, no more.
Yeah, literally.
No more.
Doom no more. It's true. And shout out to Mike Brown. He made some really good adjustments as well.
Yeah.
When Raptors made that run in the second quarter, he made Deuce guard the 3-point line. Mikel guard the 3-point line. They ran him off the 3-point line.
Mm-hmm.
The Raptors weren't getting as much open looks. They had to go battle in the paint. And Mitch basically denied him at that. So I really did like the adjustments for Mike Brown in that second half.
Yeah, Mitch in that fourth especially was really good. Some good minutes for Mitch. I mean, 25 offensive boards for the Knicks. Sheesh. That's their cheat code, Yuri. Yuri, appreciate the call. Iron, appreciate the call.
Love you guys, man. Shout out to the chat.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Yuri. Shout out to Iron for calling into the Knicks Nation post-game show. Knicks win 116-94. That is now 4 straight wins. They are 10-1 in Madison Square Garden. Trying to see if I can get some post-game comments for you guys. See if anyone has spoken yet. Second in the East, guys. Second in the East. We're back. We're coming for you, Detroit. Coming for you, Detroit. Not worried. All right, here we go. See if we can get some Josh Hart sounds. Here we go.
The ninth time you guys have scored 40 points in a quarter tonight, the opening period, but to do it with no OG, no Landry in the line, just what does it say about where you guys are with this offense right now?
Yeah, we're extremely comfortable. I think we're starting to, make these reads and play off each other's movements and those kind of things. And we know where guys are going to be, know where they're going to be on the court and spots. So, we're getting more and more comfortable.
The ninth time you guys are
Getting more comfortable, the New York Knicks are on the floor. Here's Mikal.
Fouled him a lot. Scored a couple buckets on me, so I don't think it was the best defense, but thanks, Deuce. Thanks, man. But just thought I could done better, but tough player. That's what he does.
He thought it could be better. Still finished with 4 stocks. I just love that mentality from Mikal. Love it. Here is Mike Brown on Josh Hart.
And I've said this quite a bit. Especially our first 3 losses. I'll take the hit on that. But as we've been around each other, and the tough part was, even back it up further, he didn't really play in the preseason, and he didn't even really practice in the preseason. So for me, I was behind the 8 ball, was really trying to figure out how to incorporate him with what we're trying to do, and it just took time, and he was extremely patient with the process. We have a standard, and that's that contract that everybody signed, and it's about sacrifice, connectivity, competitive spirit, but then a belief in each other, but more just as much as that, a belief in the process. And Josh was huge on 2 of those things. His sacrifice was unbelievable, because when I took him out, he just sat.
Yep.
When I called his number, he went out and played.
Love it.
But more importantly, his belief in the process, even if he thought I was wrong, was awesome. And when you're a leader, you have to show that or embrace those types of things more than everybody else, because you got to set the example. And if
Mike Brown speaking on Josh Hart, man. Sacrifice, loving that. Josh Hart has played really well for this team, and he's playing like a better version of himself. Like he's literally the glue, right? He's the glue, the glue of this team when he's shooting with confidence, shooting with just not a thought. Like when he's out there thinking too much, he's a worse version of himself. Like just shoot with confidence. Teams are gonna leave you open. They know you're like a 35% 3-point shooter, but the way he's shooting with 9 fingers, guys. 4 fingers on his shooting hand. Right? Shout out to his shooting coach. The shooting coach on the New York Knicks, by the way. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. But shout out to the shooting coach. He has resurrected Josh Hart's shot.
Anything surprise you about what Emmanuel's been doing up there, been able to do?
No. The way he's worked on this game since I've seen him, since I was his teammate, and even before then, hearing about his work ethic and everything, nothing surprising. And the way he's playing and what he's been able to do up there has been great. And that's the opportunity he was looking for, and he's showing out. And then I have nothing but respect for him. That's my guy. The way our relationship is, man. It's just we go out there, we compete, but always rooting for him.
Manuel quickly.
Our team does a fantastic job on the offensive glass, and for us to have 25 offensive rebounds, Mitch had 7, Josh had 5, and then all of our guards, Mikal with 2, Deuce with 2, Jalen with 2. And that's beautiful to see, the 25 offensive rebounds for the 22 second chance points. That's who we are, and we have to continue attacking the glass relentlessly so we can get second opportunities. Because
cheat code. That is who we are. Mike Brown preaching that, and that's who we are. That's the New York Knicks cheat code right there. Offensive rebounds are their cheat code. Once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. This Rover says Josh shooting better than he ever did with normal fingers. Whoever the shooting coach is that we picked up needs to get a pay raise. Exactly. Shout out to him. Definitely needs a raise. El Figgy says I'm loving this version of Josh and Deuce. Look, if you're gonna get play like this out of Josh and Deuce, this is what the result is gonna be. right? When they're inconsistent, when they're not hitting the threes, when Deuce was missing his open threes, and I was just like, I'm fine with it. I don't care. He's open, shoot it. One of your best shooters on the team. This is how dangerous this Knicks team can be. This is why Mike Brown came in here and was preaching, shooting threes and, spraying threes and just shooting with confidence, because he knew that the Knicks have really good shooters on the team. And they were 16 of 45 from three tonight. Right? 16 of 45 from three, 61 rebounds, 27 assists. That's Knicks basketball right there. It's Knicks basketball. No player played over 35 minutes. We go to Boston. Haven't spoke about Clarkson tonight. 13 points, 5 of 13 from the field, 3 of 10 from three. There was a bad stretch to end the third quarter for Jordan Clarkson. Last 2-3 minutes, they were rough. Turnover. I hate that call, by the way. He just inbounded the ball, and he's running up the court, and the Raptors player just fell on the ground. It's offensive foul. But they call it every time. They call it on us, too, so I'm not complaining. Rough couple of minutes there at third, but respectable game. 13 points. That's what you want. On the Raptors side, look, not much. 14 points from Ingram. Scotty Barnes with 18. He has resurrected his three-point shot. He's a 40% three-point shooter this year. He was hitting them early on, but the Knicks kept him in check in the second half, especially Manuel quickly had that big quarter for the New York Knicks, for the Toronto Raptors, and he was awesome. He's been really good for them. Grady Dick hasn't really been playing much. They're missing some guys, but sorry. They're one of the hottest teams in the NBA, guys. 14-7. You beat them on your home court. And that's why I said, the Raptors are playing well, but we'll see. We'll see. Chris, what's going on? Chris says Yabusele best game tonight. Yes, spoke about Gershon Yabusele. Had a really good game for the New York Knicks. Best game of the season, especially in that first half. Didn't really play in the second half until the fourth quarter, but he has been trending upwards, right? It's like a stock. So, he went down. He was down. He was in the hole a little bit. Leveled off, he's been trending upwards, right? It's like a graph, it's going up. And Gershon's playing well. And Knicks need him. So shout out to Gershon playing well. Shout out to the boys. Trying to see if we missed anything. Have you guys seen the defensive player of the game? I don't think it's out yet. Try to get that to you guys. Look at this, look at this, man. This is beauty. This is just beautiful. Cat 22 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Josh 20, 12, and 7. Jalen 18, 6, 7. Mikal 14, 3, 3. Deuce 14, 5, 2. Love it, man. They normally do it later on, but they haven't released anything yet. Defensive player of the game. I'd give it to Mikal. Maybe Mitch. Said Robinson was. Okay. And how about this? This was Clyde Frazier at the end of the game, man. Clyde literally has no filter. Shout out to Jay Brunson. Girl dad.
It really was so many different players contributing.
Listen to what Clyde says.
Knicks have now won 9 straight, and there's the dad. He's got to hold the baby's back, Mike. We got to tell him how to carry the baby. Meanwhile, Josh Hart had.
Look at the cutie. Oh my gosh, he looks just like Jalen.
Meanwhile, Josh Hart had 20 points.
She looks just like Jalen, his twin.
7 assists.
Clyde is hilarious, bro. He's got to hold the baby's back.
The dad. He's got to hold the baby's back, Mike. We got to tell him how to.
Man, shout out to Clyde. Shout out to Clyde. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to you guys. Sorry, no post game versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Late night at work. Every time I get off work late, I tend not to do the post game. So really appreciate the support as always. So shout out to the squad. Knicks playing really well. And, you know, we got another game versus Boston coming up. Just keep on the winning streak. Keep the winning streak alive. Keep playing well. Good news on OG. Good news on Landry Shamet. Once again, appreciate you guys all in the chat. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Knicks Station hats, $19.99 super sale right now. Really would appreciate the support as well. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. Have a good night. Have a good week. Have a good start to your week. I'll catch you guys next time. As always, it is Let's Go Knicks. Peace.
Brunson a three. Bang! Jalen Brunson does it again!